Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flix Show. My name is Chris Wong. Yes, I know. I said it was going to be a live chat, but got home late. I'm sorry. So this is going to be a regular show, as you know, but let's get into the topics already, because quite a bit of things happened today in regards to the DC world. I mean, it's just happening. It's just happening. But stuff that very important things that I have to talk about towards the end of the show. So let's get with the program. The first topic of the day is release the Ayer cut of Suicide Squad. Now, this could be, David Ayer just putting on his Instagram story for no reason at all. And just like, hey, I just want to put this out there. I'm coming for everything they said I couldn't have. What is something pretty much, every time it comes up is something that he's wanted to have? Well, since we were talking about the Snyder cut today and people were tagging him Ayer cut, I could only assume that this is about that he is coming for everything they said I couldn't have. Well, who said that? Who's telling you can't have stuff? Warner Brothers. Mr. Toby Emmerich, probably. Walter Amada, maybe. They're not going to greenlight Ayer cut? What? Or is he trying to say that he's coming for that? He's definitely coming for that. Maybe Zack Snyder's helping him out, right? It's like a Social Network, where he walks in, right? Eduardo walks in, goes right up to Mark Zuckerberg, is like, lawyer up, because I'm taking more than 30%. I'm taking everything, right? Something like that. So I like that energy. That's really awesome. Is it about this? I have no idea. But it does feel like that message that he was trying to convey is there, and absolutely for that. He wants his vision out too. Well, he absolutely does. He absolutely does. Now, in regards to a little bit more about release the Ayer cut of Suicide Squad, Ray Fisher had something interesting to say today on his Instagram story. And it was in regards to the Ayer cut. So I'm going to have you listen to this really quick.
We still trying to get the Ayer cut? Oh, yes, of course. You know we got to get that. We got to get the Ayer cut going. Shout out to you. Yeah, you never know. I mean, the Snyder cut does what we hope and pray that it will, insofar as like folks watching and streaming and all that. I can't imagine a world in which the Ayer cut of Suicide Squad does not become more of a reality, or more of a possibility, I should say. So, support your artists, support the integrity of their visions, support all of that stuff. I'm all for it. So, and I'm excited because, from some of the stuff that I've seen and some of the stuff that David Ayer has been saying on Twitter, it looks like that's a completely different film. So, I want to check that out.
Now, it's interesting that he talks about the Ayer cut in that fashion, how he definitely wants to see it, but that if you support the Zack Snyder's Justice League, it's almost like the Snyder cut will Zactivate the Ayer cut. It's kind of like we've been saying all along. I bet there's a lot of these different projects that are in the works, or not in the works, but planned out. But nothing will come of it unless Zack Snyder's Justice League is a success. So if you want any more of this Bat Flick, maybe, I don't know, the Ayer cut, especially all this other things, restoring the Snyderverse, this comes part of having Zack Snyder's Justice League be an ultimate success. And I think that's the type of message Ray Fisher wants to say here. But a little bit more on that as we get into Zack Snyder's Justice League. Zack Snyder drops images from Zack Snyder's Justice League, and it is awesome. I'll start with this one. This one right here, hashtag Snyder Cut at HBO Max, this hashtag Snyder Cut right there. And this was also on Vero as well. This is Gal Gadot as Diana, looking at the Arrow in the temple, in that place where she's going to find that mural, the dark side mural. And as you can see here, this is on a large IMAX screen. This is them watching. You can see all the chairs over here. They're absolutely watching this giant IMAX screen. What does this mean? Are we going to get to? It's almost like at this point, he's kind of hinting and teasing that at a certain point in time, we're definitely going to get to see this in IMAX theaters when it's available. Even some theaters actually replied to or seeing some of this stuff and actually said they hope, they stay tuned. They say they put the eyes, and I'm like, okay, even the theater chains are kind of looking at this as well. And, a few of them, one of them was Cinemark. So it does, I assume this only could mean that they're waiting to see this in theaters. So hopefully that does come available, and it may be up to Warner Brothers or certain distributor, that certain distributor actually, to make that kind of happen, right? But let's move forward. He also dropped this as well with the hashtag Zack Snyder's Justice League, because it was a trending event today. 2 hashtags: Zack Snyder's Justice League, the Snyder Cut. Oh, and also Amy Adams' Lois Lane. That kind of went out as well. So this is a cool one. There's a war coming. Martian Manhunter. Yeah, that's not Martian Manhunter. Yeah, no, that's Cyborg, right? Cyborg with the face shield on that. It looks amazing, absolutely fantastic. I can't wait to see this movie. But yeah, there's a war coming. Now the cool thing about this is that it is very much our first dialogue, I would say, a known dialogue that's coming from the movie, coming from Martian Manhunter, saying there's a war coming. So I'm like, whoa, that in itself is awesome. That's really cool. Maybe even cooler than Image, because we kind of seen this Image, but albeit it's still pretty awesome. But there's an actual dialogue, a line from the movie, from Zack Snyder's Justice League, from Martian Manhunter, the newest, not newest character, but certainly we haven't actually seen General Swanwick turn into Martian Manhunter yet. We don't know his design and what he looks like, and we certainly don't know where this line is coming from. I want to take a guess though, and I'm thinking this is a line that's coming from possibly at the end of the movie. Maybe at the end where they beat Steppenwolf and everything, and they think they've saved the world and everything. Martian Manhunter shows up either to Justice League, or maybe just to Superman, or maybe just Batman or somebody, right? And just to tell them there's a war coming. I would assume and expect maybe he shows up to Superman, because they kind of have a little bit of a, I don't want to say relationship, but they've connected, in the last, at least in Man of Steel. They haven't really seen each other's Batman v Superman, but they definitely know of each other. And being that they're both kind of aliens from another planet, they're orphans themselves, that kind of connection I could see definitely happening, where he tells Clark, hey, there's a war coming. There's something big coming, and it's important, right? So I think that's where that line is going to come from. And the cool thing about that is that insinuates that there is a sequel. If it's at the end, that automatically insinuates there is definitely a sequel to this, or it implied that there should be a sequel to this, Justice League 2, because the war is Darkseid. Darkseid's coming. That's the war. That's what's coming to Earth. So I definitely think that implies that, which is awesome. That's great. More, please. But definitely we're going to have to wait a little bit longer. It almost makes me wonder if we're actually going to see Martian Manhunter in the trailer. We've seen snippets of Darkseid. We know his quotable. There's a line, all of existence shall be mine, from Darkseid. Now we have a new line from Martian Manhunter. There's a war coming. I'm kind of wondering if those two lines are actually going to be in the trailer, just to let people, mainstream audiences, know that this is a completely different movie. Not like they kind of guess and know, but there's still people out there who thinks it's just a couple new scenes. So this trailer is going to knock all of our socks off, and probably have some new lines and new characters, for the mainstream audience to actually gander at, take a gander at and say, hey, what is this? This is something completely different and something that I'm very, very much curious about, and I want to see this on HBO Max. So I'm going to subscribe to HBO Max, and hopefully maybe even other ways as well, like in the theaters as well. But Scott McClellan, thank you so much once again, going through the threads of these pictures just to see if Zack Snyder had commented. And now Zack Snyder kind of dropped out really early because somebody spammed something over and over and over, and he says, I'm out. So, damn it. Stop spamming Zack Snyder. Okay. Zack Snyder here. This is one of the comments. Let's see. It says, Manhunter dialogue. Cool. And he says, yes. Not long now to Clark Hunter. I don't know what that is actually referring to. Cyborg, Zack Snyder, OMFG. Will we see Cyborg in upgraded suit in the nightmare scene? Thank you for making my dreams come true, boss. And he says, yes, it's going to be in 4 arms. He's going to have 4 arms in the nightmare scene, apparently. It's going to be upgraded there as well. The final trailer will be mind-blowing. I can feel it. Can't wait. I think it's pretty cool. So we can't wait to see that. And this, when he says this, I'm working hard. I actually spoke to Naveen. It's in regards to having theaters in India, so or having it available in India. So he's working hard to make that happen for you guys. I know that's a personal choice, but I think it's okay to watch the trailer and get that small zip from the chalice. I think that I don't know what that's in regards to. I can only assume that it regards to like not having any spoilers or something like that. But you know what? Trailer is going to come out. They're going to do a trailer. So just check it out. How much screen time would you estimate Cyborg actually uses that Cyborg helmet in flight or battle? And he says he uses it when he's crashing through things face first. That will be problematic without a helmet. That's Dawson. Hey, Dawson. Awesome question. Mooksit. Does Cyborg say booyah in your cut? And he says, hell no. Which, it's a lot of people are complaining online that's like, he doesn't want to make him say booyah like in the comics. But, Cyborg didn't say booyah in the comics. He may now, but it originated from Teen Titans, the cartoons. That was made for that. So there's so many different interpretations of these characters saying different things, this is an artist's vision. He doesn't want to put him say that, then he's not going to say that. So what? Whatever. You already got booyah from Doom Patrol. He says it in Doom Patrol. You can watch that. If you want to watch that, Cyborg, go ahead and watch that. Get out of here. So it doesn't make sense that for them to say that. And one point is Superman, right? People, what he says in the comics? This is a job for Superman. Did Christopher Reeve say that? I don't think so. He didn't say that. He didn't say this is a job. This is a job for Superman. He didn't say that. Are you gonna say, hey, that's not Superman? It doesn't make sense. But anyway, just one of my pet peeves. Boss, since Fabian wasn't available for the reshoots, were you the one who did cinematography on the additional photography? And he says I did. So he definitely was that. It's finished. I'm thinking that's in return. Oh, okay. He asked Zach on an update for the BVS remastered, and he told me it's finished. So the BVS remastered IMAX version is finished. Is that going to come out before Zack Snyder's Justice League? I don't know. Maybe they'll speed that up somehow, but that's awesome. I can't wait to see that. I want to see the full thing, IMAX. I want to see everything. I want to see the pillars of fire in the nightmare scene and stuff like that. So I'm really excited to see. It's my favorite movie. Batman v Superman is my absolutely favorite movie, and to get more of that is just it's awesome. All right, The Martian is coming. We're going to see more than him visiting Lois, aren't we? And he says he's winged. So definitely there's more scenes for Martian Manhunter. It's not just that Lois scene that we thought. There's going to be more scenes, especially a scene where he says the war is coming. So that's really awesome. All right, we're going to get into something serious now. Something absolutely serious. Because we trended today. We trended really beautiful today. This is thank you to Mick D for putting this out. Zack Snyder's Justice League, at that time, this was like 7 hours ago. It reached 100K. Snyder Cut is almost 100K. It's like 96.1. We'll probably get there. So, both of them rose up to the occasion. Yeah, there was some mistaken hashtags out there. Cinder Cut, Zack Snyder's Justice Leg, without the U and stuff like that. But, whatever. It did well. A lot of people took notice of it, chimed in about it. And Jason Kylar saw that, liked a few things. Warner Media put out some eyes. The official Snyder Cut account also did some retweets as well. So they get a little bit of traction. That was really cool. Of course, Ray Fisher, Joe, Jared Leto, the kind, Fabian Wagner, Ray Porter, the usual suspects kind of came out in support of it as well. So it was really awesome amongst all the fans. Good job. Incredible job for that. But this spun off a little bit extra, right? Because Krypton Cage and Movies That Mayor, pretty much Real Talk TV Live, I think that's what they're called. You guys got this video from, Robert Meyer Burnett. Now, Robert Meyer Burnett said this pretty much. Toby Emmerich wants Zach. Okay, I'll just read this actually. And this is quoted from Robert Meyer Burnett. Toby Emmerich doesn't want the Snyder Cut. He wants the Snyder Cut to disappoint. Toby Emmerich wants to F with this movie as much as he can and wants it to fail. Robert Meyer Burnett. You can check out his video, and he explains everything. Who's Robert Meyer Burnett? Well, he actually helped work on, Superman Returns. He is in Hollywood. He has Hollywood connections. He's been I think he's been a producer and stuff like that. If a lot of movies, you actually do see like Robert Meyer Burnett. So he is in the know. He's in the business of that situation, right? And he's been the one that for a long time has says the movie's not done. The movie's not done. It requires a lot of money, up to $100 million. It ended up being right. Right? So, got to give him that. So, when in terms of this, he knows people within Hollywood, and when he put this out, Toby Emmerich doesn't want the Snyder Cut. He doesn't want it at all. That is pretty much the same as what I've heard, what Steven's heard, what Dave's heard, what Garza's heard. Same thing. So it's kind of cool to hear that from Robert Meyer Burnett, who are in our circle, if you will. It's outside, and he actually has, he has connections as well on that side. So definitely it makes you, hopefully makes you believe it more on this whole situation with Toby Emmerich, right? That yes, in the articles, they made him look good, that he's the one that called up Zack Snyder and say, hey, Zack, what's the Snyder Cut? I think I'm going to love it. And I want you to, help me. I'm going to greenlight it and stuff like that. So, yeah. And no. What really happened, like I've said, is that AT&T came in, had the funds, had the money, saw that it trended, saw that there was interest in it, and wanted to make a buck out of it. So what did they do? They told Toby Emmerich, says, what is this Snyder Cut, and how do we get that green lit? I want you to call Zack Snyder and green light that right now. I want you to personally call him, put him on the phone, and tell him that you're going to green light Zack Snyder's Justice League. Or actually at that time, it was like just Justice League, right? And then we get all these battles with Zack Snyder not being able to put his name on it because they wanted to own that IP. It's very rare, if at all, that they let a director put his name over an IP that is owned by, DC, owned by Warner Brothers, right? So it's very rare. And for Zack Snyder to do this is incredible. It's just unprecedented. Having the Snyder Cut release at all is unprecedented. And Robert Meyer also explained a little bit about Toby Emmerich here. I'm going to flash this picture up so you can see his face. This man right here. Okay, instrumental in making this Zack Snyder's Justice League, which was pitched as a series by Zack Snyder and Debbie Snyder. from a series to a movie. This man right here. Yeah. Because remember, after every episode, there were going to be some cool behind the scenes things that Zack Snyder put together. He was, he wanted to put he had all these ideas forming for that. But it also comes down to money, Robert Meyer Burnett would also say. And it's something I've even talked about. I even had, Alex Lowe on, right? And we talked a little bit about IPs because he's he's an expert in intellectual property and things like that, the legal part of it. So definitely it comes from a movie. They were promised a movie. All the actors, cast, and crew, they're going to paid as a movie. But it becomes difficult when you're going to be paid as a movie to be paid by episode. So it's definitely a lot of complex. I don't want to go into detail. You can check out Robert Myers Burnett's video on that. But basically, being paid contracts for a movie is different having contracts for a series because it's per episode. So that didn't happen. And Toby Emmerich, and actually even Robert Myers Burnett said that would have been great and made it a great event, because imagine a 4-episode every week, people was still talking about Zack Snyder's Justice League rather than one 4-hour movie drop in one weekend. We could still talk about, please do. Please, every week, keep continuing to talk about Zack Snyder's Justice League, please. But it would have been like Mandalorian, right? Every episode drops and you're like constantly talking about what's going to happen next, get into the next episode. So that would have got a lot of interest, drew a lot of people wanting to check it out and stuff like that. But you know what? This a-hole did. He's trying to make it fail. He's trying to drop it, hopefully disappoint people and be done with it, right? I'm pretty much want to bet this dude is the one that says it's like a cul-de-sac. It's the one and done. There's nothing coming out from this. That's it. There's nothing more. That I'm gonna want to bet this is the dude that said that. I'm just gonna say, or at least he's one of the dudes that said that. I think there's many dudes that said that. Now, Robert Meyer Burnett also said that the biggest reason why they don't want Zack Snyder's Justice League to succeed is because if Zack Snyder's Justice League succeeds, this proves that Toby Emmerich and team were wrong. That they made a terrible decision by changing up Justice League to the point that it is unwatchable. You get it? Because these guys, I'm telling you, if they really wanted Zack Snyder's Justice League to come out, they would have done it already. No, it took AT&T to come in and pay for it, and then it's coming out because they saw the interest. They saw that there's something here that could make them a lot of money, right? Toby Emmerich doesn't want that because in his career, he's supposed to be the one making the best choices. And he hasn't. Nope. Look at Joker. What did he do at Joker? He tried to bury Joker. This came out in the Hollywood Reporter. You can look it up. You can look it up right now if you don't believe me. Google search that. Walter Hamada and Toby Emmerich tried to bury Joker. And look what happened. It won many awards. It won a lot of money, $1 billion. But Warner Brothers didn't get to keep all of it. AT&T is pretty pissed off. They're like, what happened here? What happened? What happened? Toby, what happened? Right? What happened to Birds of Prey? Why didn't that make any money? What happened? Why is Shazam? Yeah, critical success for Shazam. That's great. It made some money, but it didn't make like $700, $800, almost $900 million overall in the box office. Why? What's going on here? You got lucky with Aquaman, but that was already going to come out before these guys took over. What happened? What happened, Toby? Huh? So this is the point here, right? How are we going to fight this? How are we going to fight this tyrant from ruining Zack Snyder's vision more? He's trying to hide under his failures. He's trying to hide. We're not going to let him hide, because the success of Zack Snyder's Justice League, even the Snyder Cut's release right now, is exposing this mother effer. It definitely is, right? And so I want to go back to this image right here, and I'm like, I wonder why Zack put Ray Fisher as Cyborg with a face shield, right? And with a quote from Martian Manhunter. Why is the quote from Martian Manhunter? Why is there's a war coming, but with Ray Fisher? Well, what's going on right now? There is a war. There is a war between Ray Fisher and 80 plus participants of the Justice League reshoots against Warner Brothers right now. Who is supporting the Snyder Cut? Who's actually responding to tweets to the Snyder Cut? AT&T, Warner Media. Like Robert Meyer Burnett explains in his video, just like I've been saying all along, the house is split into two. One from AT&T and one from Warner Brothers. The house is split into two. And the Warner Brothers groups are trying to keep their freaking jobs. The jobs that they failed to be successful. They're trying to keep a sinking ship when AT&T is trying to make it rise. Who's at fault here? Who needs to go? Who needs to go? This guy needs to go. This guy definitely needs to go. This is not just about Zack Snyder's Justice League. This is about every wrong decision, every creative decision that he's ever freaking made. And hiding from it. Hiding from those terrible decisions that he's made. I can bet you Todd Phillips don't even like this guy. Why would Todd Phillips, the director of Joker, like this guy? When all this guy and Walter Hamada ever done was try to prevent Todd Phillips' Joker from being made. So why would he support them? Just like all these other directors. David Ayer, Zack Snyder. Why? Why? Why not? Why not, fight back? There is a war coming. And you know where this war is going to be fought? Inside your living room. Inside your bedroom. On the bus when you're looking at your phone. When you're at home using one of these. This is your weapon right now. The only way to win this war is we have to make Zack Snyder's Justice League succeed. We have to do everything possible we can to help market this ourselves, because Warner Brothers is not going to do that. We got great help from Warner Media and AT&T and Jason Kylar, but Warner Brothers themselves are going against it. Toby Emmerich wants it to fail. But the only way, and he wants to F with it, like Robert Meyer Burnett says, he's effing with Zack Snyder. He's trying to F with it because he wants to keep his job. Well, we can F with him back by pressing play. When Zack Snyder's Justice League comes out on March 18th, every single person that can and able to watch Zack Snyder's Justice League will press that play button over and over. We're going to watch it that weekend twice, 3 times, 4 times. We're going to watch it on Monday. We're going to turn it on when you're cooking. We're going to turn it on when you're in the bathroom. We're going to turn it on when you're fixing your car, when you're out shopping, when you're riding the bus. We're going to turn on when you're eating at a restaurant, maybe. Whatever you can do to help make it succeed. Tell your friends, tell your parents, tell your uncles and aunties and neighbors and cousins. Everyone. to check out Zack Snyder's Justice League, or at least even tell them to be interested in it. We got to make this happen. We got to make this succeed, because the only way to fight back is to make Zack Snyder's Justice League succeed. That's what we can do. And that's what we will do. I'm counting on all of you. I'm counting on everybody to help make this happen. Like I said, we release the Snyder Cut. We can make it the best damn freaking movie that's ever been out, that's ever been produced, that's ever been shown, ever. And we can do that. I guarantee it. We will. All right. Well, let's go into the members' comments and questions now. Like I said, this might be a longer video than I planned it to be. Coming from Mario El Bendición de Dios. A theory. What if Aquaman loses his hand trying to go after Darkseid and we get a Nightmare World Zack style hook arm Aquaman? That could possibly happen, though I think maybe that could happen. You never know, because if Flash turns back time, they can always reset that. But ASB Jones, just thinking, we'll get to see Zack Snyder's Justice League in March is so surreal. It's amazing. I feel so special being part of this movement with so many fans that feel the same way as me, believing in Zack and his artistic vision and the actors' portrayals of these characters. I hope one day there will be an event where we can all connect and make some new friends and bring some more hype. Yeah, definitely that would be a SnyderCon. So hopefully with all this COVID's over and things like that, we can all get together and have another SnyderCon. That would be pretty fun. Eric Blake, I think the comment talking about the first impact, second impact, etc. is reference to Neon Genesis Evangelion and all its parallels to the Snyderverse, which kind of links up to my upcoming Project Evangelion. Ooh, Project Evangelion. Interestingly enough, didn't Kieran Hines say that he wasn't involved in the reshoots at all? So I think praise to be to the mother of horrors is a hodgepodge of words from different lines crammed into a different line. Yeah, maybe he wasn't in part of the reshoots, but maybe he recorded dialogue for it. I'll say this about Joss Whedon's shot amid Fabian Wagner's credit. A case could be made that he was predicting COVID with a certain headline. Yeah, maybe. Matrix Resurrections would be the perfect title. As you said, Reloaded, Revolution, Resurrections. Now the question is if Neo, a.k.a. Mr. Anderson, is back. How about Agent Smith? Could we see Hugo Weaving back alongside Keanu Reeves? I want to say Hugo Weaving said that he wasn't invited back, but I could have to check on that. 80K on Snyder Cut trending. 88K on Zack Snyder's Justice League trending. Walter must be sitting there going, but Keaton, don't F with the Snyder Bros. Yeah, but we have Michael Keaton. He wants to go nuts. You want to get nuts, and we're like going nuts on this side. Congrats on the 19K subs, Chris. You'll be 20K in no time. Well, thank you so much, Jandon Patterson. I truly appreciate it. Please share, like, and subscribe, everybody. Fingers crossed. I'll use that. Definitely use that. I got featured, Calvin Altala. Yeah, you will. You definitely, once you join as a member, you comment a question, I'm going to read it. Flo's Film Couch. Hi, Chris. I really like 47 Ronin too. Yes, that's awesome. Considering it's an American movie production, I always thought it was really good Japanese movie in terms of the story, characters, spirit. Sure, it was sad. They killed themselves at the end. That's something most viewers got upset with. Yeah, spoilers, by the way, if nobody knew. I cried at the end of the movie. I totally understood why they had to do it. Damn it. Now I want to watch it again right now. Greetings from Bavaria, Flo. But that's on point to the story. So, they're Ronin, right? It's Japanese culture, you got to do seppuku, because, it's dishonorable to have done that. It's kind of like, although the other one, 13 Assassins, which was really awesome. That was I guess we're Ronin too. That was kind of like 7 Samurai, 47 Ronin kind of thing, which was really awesome. I think that's probably my favorite Japanese movie right now. and samurai movie, aside from Seven Samurai and all the Akira Kurosawa ones. Lee Fusion, 1730. I'm going to cry, Chris. Happiness, emotional, pleasant emotions, intense joy, life satisfaction, subject well-being, eudaimonia. I don't even know what that means. Flourishing happiness. Yeah, all that stuff. All that stuff. I think we're all going to feel that all together and to be awesome. I think I'm definitely going to have a watch party somehow. I don't know if I can show the movie, but I'll definitely, we'll react together. Brandon, man, this is major. I'm glad to see Danny Garcia supporting Henry. Maybe Henry can get back in the game now. I don't mind his Witcher series, but we all want to see him become Superman again. I think this could heal Henry's image because that mustache nonsense really did damage to him. It was not right that Warner Brothers Pictures did to him. I think if this film succeeds, a lot more people are going to come out and talk about their experiences working with Whedon, Johns, Bird. We are slowly seeing that a lot of people were hurt on those Justice League reshoots. It's painfully clear that the cast crew are so thankful and proud to see this version of the film released. This film is not just an entertainment piece. It's like the film is healing old wounds for a lot of people that worked with Zack. It also makes Warner Brothers Pictures look really bad. And with the success of Zack's suicide prevention initiative, man, Warner Brothers Pictures come off as a bunch of greedy, insensitive assholes who make stupid decisions, abuse people, and just won't admit when they're wrong. Ray Fisher was right to hold Hamada and the studio accountable. No wonder they want to bury this film in the Snyderverse. This film will be the talk of the town. It's going to undermine the shiny, goofy, Marvel-esque stuff they've been peddling to us since James Wan's Aquaman. But like I said, AT&T is in charge, and AT&T, I think they're on the side of the fans. Let's make this film big. I'm subscribing in March. The Ayer cut is coming. I can feel it. Thank you so much, Brandon Hayes. Subscribe. Make it look like you were subscribing for Zack Snyder's Justice League, definitely. Julian Ortega, I will definitely check out your short films. Are you going to make it more and you do animation? That's amazing. I've always wanted to make a cartoon. If you ever need music for your shorts or clips, I would gladly help out with that for free. I think it would be fun. I've worked with music for 15 years. Oh, also, I don't know if you answered this already, but are you rooting for Kong or Godzilla? Well, thank you for that. Thank you for that. I don't know if I'm going to make any real short film stuff, maybe some funny stuff, but I'll keep you in mind. Thank you so much, Julian Ortega. Who am I rooting for? I'm rooting for Godzilla all the way. Team Godzilla, man. Team Godzilla. Doobie, Chris Terrio said he was going to spill some tea after the Star Wars movie released, and he never did. Not about Star Wars, not about his time or in jail, nothing. I think someone asked him, and he said, what did Zack Snyder say? I think they all kind of like were quiet about it. I think Sean O'Connell said that, I think. Was he one? Yeah. That he reached out, and they pretty much asked if Zack Snyder said anything yet. So I think they're all kind of waiting for that. So I don't know when Chris Terrio is going to talk about it. I hope maybe after the release. We'll find out. The Punisher 96. Hey, Ping Pong, how long do you think is the Ayer cut? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. And Doobie's been asking that as well. I want to say let's go with 2.5 hours. I'm just guessing. I have no idea. Manu Delpec, considering that HBO Max added 7 million plus activated subscribers, mostly thanks to Wonder Woman 1984, that's 100 million plus added revenue monthly. So no, Wonder Woman 1984 did not lose 300 million. A subscription-driven streaming model is completely different. Stephen Colbert explained it well a few months ago. Well, thank you so much, Manu. That's a great point. James McTeague to co-directing Matrix Resurrections. I was wondering about that. But when I looked up IMDb on James McTeague, it shows that he's a producer for Matrix 4, Matrix Resurrections, and not directing. So, Francis Louis Rayla. Hi, Chris. I think the reason why WB is not adamant in releasing the Zack Snyder's Justice League because it will undermine their smart, creative decisions to move away from Snyderverse. Simple law of demand and supply. People clamor for Snyderverse, and their theatrical releases are not part of this continuity. Less money for Warner Bros. Wonder Woman 84 suffered from this in terms of hype building as well as third installation. Smart Jenkins locking her third movie. Lucky us, Snyderverse could have HBO Max as its new home where it could prosper. Now, after Zack Snyder's Justice League release, what will be Warner Brothers' response? I believe Warner Brothers' response will be the response that AT&T gives them, because they are still their overlords and overseers and their financial backing. So that's why we have to prove that AT&T made the right decision for getting Warner Brothers to greenlight the Zack Snyder's Justice League. So we have to also prove, like once again, that greenlighting the sequels would benefit AT&T. It's all about money. They all want to see that. They want to see the views. Just like any YouTuber, they want to see the clicks, they want to see the views, they want to see the subscriptions. So if we can provide that to them, they're going to make more. They're only going to make more if it's profitable. And I think we can definitely do that, and help that make that happen. So keep going, guys. We are almost there. We've got about, We've got about less than 15 days. I'd say like less than 15 days to go till the trailer. So definitely keep that up. Keep up the noise. And then we're about less than 46, I'd say 45 days now since you're going to see this, when you're going to see this, 45 days till March 18th. So the clock is ticking. The countdown has begun of February marketing. We are in the end game now. Now it's time to prove AT&T that Zack Snyder's Justice League is not a one and done. It's not a cul-de-sac. And it's going to be the absolutely most successful, most powerful, most profitable investment they have ever made. And we are definitely going to show that. So, are you with me? Tell me you're with me. Let's restore the Snyderverse. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, if you absolutely love this daily dose of entertainment, news, and content, please click the like button, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, keep this mother effing hot dog light on, and I'll see you next time.